Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Rage Mello. I'm the Vice President of Stellar Power. We're a renewable energy company here in California. And I'm here today with two great homeowners that I worked with, Mr. Chickering and Lizzie here. And I'd just like to learn more about how your experience was with us and what got you looking in solar to start with.
Well, I've always been interested in solar, really just to save money. We have some peaking that happens during the summer when it's hot, and then in the winter when we put on a lot of Christmas lights and holiday things. And our PG&E bills get very high. So, and besides the saving the money, I just wanted to feel like I'm off the grid and helping the environment.
I love that. What kept you guys from going solar sooner, from buying solar sooner?
I think initially the cost. We thought that it would be a really expensive process, and then looked into other alternatives like rentals, and that didn't seem to really be a cost-effective way to go.
At least. Mm-hmm.
And also, we were a little concerned about the technology and if it would evolve and become obsolete. But we decided that starting now we could be saving money. Even if it did evolve, it still would work for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What would you guys say was really the coolest thing about working with me and working with Stellar?
I think initially, we had a lot of questions, and you answered all of our questions, and you gave us the opportunity to ask those questions, and allayed a lot of our fears and concerns that we had, and it was just a really easy process. And I think you can speak to more about how responsive Rage was.
Yeah. Well, when I first met Rage, I was impressed and felt like he seemed like a trustworthy guy. And as it turned out, while we were working together, he's always been absolutely responsive to everything I've ever asked, and has tried to accommodate my needs and scheduling requests, and has answered all my questions to my full satisfaction. So it's turned out to be the way I expected from the beginning.
Awesome. I love to hear that. So the first time I met you guys and I actually came here for an appointment, you guys heard me out, and I think what I pride myself in is not being putting any pressure at all. And I waited for a couple of days I think you guys messaged me 7 days later, and Robert sent me one of the greatest texts of my life. He's like, "Rage, we're moving forward." And I'll never forget that. So what do you think happened in those couple of days that made you guys decide to turn your decision around?
I think, echoing what Robert said, I work in sales, and so I know the sales, and we just, so I'm pretty critical. And I think we both just immediately really liked you, and just the way that you worked with us, and the fact, like you say, you weren't pushy. You gave us you gave us the answers to the questions that we had in a non-pushy way, and they were realistic answers. And we just felt that you were so trustworthy. And we talked about it for a few days, and the way that you presented to us was a huge factor. I'd say it was probably 80% of the reason why we went with your company.
Wow, unbelievable. I love to hear that. So this was a roofing project and a solar project. You can see the final product right here behind us. Composite shingle roof and Jinko panels, black on black panels. So yeah, I'm really happy to be working with you guys. If you guys have any questions at any point, you can always call me for the next 20 years that that you're gonna have these panels or more. What would you guys say about working with, just to finalize, about working with Stellar, working with me? If you were to recommend this to a good friend of yours that wants to reduce their bill for electricity, what would you tell them?
I would highly recommend Stellar and Rage, because of how responsive he's been and how honest he has been throughout the process. When it became obvious that we were going to have to re-roof in order to do the solar, he facilitated that process as well. And I knew when they told me that the roof was too old to put the solar on, I knew that was true, because I've known about the roof for a while. So getting the roof done was also a fairly easy process that Rage made happen. So that added to our good experience.
Yeah, it made it a so much easier process, the fact that you combine those two together and really helped Robert get all that figured out.
Yeah. You know, there's so many ways to actually go solar and get a new roof, and for them, they actually own the roof and the solar, and they put no money down, which is very, very cool. And they're owning it, no money down, and that's the benefits. One of the benefits about working with us, we're able to facilitate that for people.
And we
So-
can get a 30% tax break on our income tax up from both the roof and the solar.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.